In this screencast I quickly want to show you how it is when you work with the lab system as a student. So if you're an instructor or a teacher thinking about using the system, in this screencast you can see what you will offer to your students. So to show you how it is, I will just use the current instance of our system, and you find it here. So we have some basic information here on the starting page, and yeah, so I will just log on now. So even without logging in, you can see already like which are the course modules available, and you can see the descriptions. The system generates all this automatically. You see that you cannot access all things, so this one you cannot access, for instance, at the moment, and when you want to access the lab, then it says you have to log in. You can also see the schedule, so this is the schedule of our current semester, so you can see when we open the exercises, and so the students can see this. And you can also click here to enter the exercise, but as you see, you cannot open it already. Okay. And so if you're like interested to participate in the next semester, you can just click on the register, then you get some more information, and then you can continuously register for the next semester. And here we have like already 5 registrations for the next semester. Alright, so let's get back. So I will log on now on this course using my login data. So if I would have forgotten my password, I could just have gone here, said I forget my data, I could have entered my address, and then the system would have sent me my password back. I could have also have changed my data here on this page. So yeah, you can change everything here without any intervention of your teachers or anybody, so this is quite comfortable. Okay, so now I will log on, and as you will see, yeah, so you see here's the starting page, and the first thing I will do is I will reduce my rights, because I'm currently not logged in as a regular user, but I have too many rights, and so I will just remove them. So yeah, your users will have exactly these rights. So when you press apply now, okay, so now I see what the students see at the moment, and you see they see quite a lot. And so now I go back to where we started. So here I have again an explanation about how the course is organized, and then here you see the dates of our lectures. And yeah, maybe I just give you a quick background information again on the, okay, so I didn't set this right, so sorry for that. Yeah, I quickly log on another instance. Oh well, I can also like show you here. Yeah, so I will just set this again. Okay, and yeah. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, sorry, I set the rights on these pages to only be visible to people who are able to correct. So, this is a preface, and yeah, so what I wanted to show you is, okay, we have 3 parts. The first part is the lecture, for giving you as a student an overview, like, okay, what was the topic about, so there's like a broad view. Then the second part is your personal preparation in the system, I will show you in a second. And the third part is a practical exercise. So this is you do individually, this you do with all other students, and this you do in a team of 2 people, because 2 people can support each other quite well. So this is what I wanted to show you. So now back to the student view. Okay. So, yeah, as you can see, yeah, we start here with the lecture material, and we usually record the lecture. So you can go here, and then it's loading at the moment, so the other page is a little slow for now. Okay, yeah, and so if you missed, for instance, a lecture, you could watch it here. So this was our kickoff just some days ago, and yeah, so as the first exercise, the border gateway protocol didn't have a proper lecture because the lecturer didn't have time. We'll just have it in some weeks. I also put the recording here, and so the thing to be done here is that the students go to this page and then they log on using the Tomb ID. So I will just use my other login now. And yeah, then you're here, and then as a student you can just start watching the lecture here. And then this is usually you have the live lecture, and then you can just watch the recorded lecture here. And soon this one loaded, you can watch it here, and yeah, you can jump. You can also download the slides. And yeah, so I'm no administrator, so say see more, but as a student you can also watch the video. Okay, so let's get back. Okay, so then you have an exercise, and so as you can see here now, you have, so, oh, let's look here. So yeah, as I didn't do the prelab yet, so far I just see the prelab, and then I have some pages to look at, and yeah, in here I also have like multiple choice questions, and yeah, I can just go here and answer them. So I will quickly go through with you through that. I'm using the demonstration lab. So you have some information, and then you have here questions, and those questions are there to support you in your learning. So we usually don't use them for the final grade. So they are just supporting you. So he will usually ask some things what you read about before, just to point you on these really important points. As you might have noticed, here was a pen before, like this one, and so as soon the pen vanishes, that means that you answered this question. And this is important because when you go to this page, to the all questions page, that contains all the multiple choice questions, you can check all prelab questions that are answered. And so those questions not having a pen anymore, I check them. So you click here, so I see, okay, it was wrong, so you get instant feedback. And here the system tells me that I have 3 attempts in total, so I can try it 3 times, and yeah, so you can go through it like this. But you can also, as you are going through the text, you can also answer multiple questions. This is how it was originally thought, because otherwise you always have to go to the checkup, but you can also do it like that. And so now I answered both, and when I check now, okay, this is correct, as I told you there already, and so the next one is not correct, so I will make it correct now. And now see what will happen here, because now I just see the prelab, and now I will save it. Okay. Now we'll check it, and what you will see is that now I will finish with the prelab, and the lab part will open. So when I look at the status so far, I see that only I finished, so usually my name will be here. Oh no, yeah, okay. So this was a test I did some time ago, so this is why no name is here. So you will see your name here, and like if you go to other labs, so maybe someone worked here already. Well, yeah, so someone worked here already, but yeah, so this is a bug. I already fixed it, but usually you see the name here who finished. Okay, but it's even better now because it's like a screencast and you should not see our students' names. So, okay, let's go back. So now I go to the old questions, and yeah, we'll check now. And so now I finished the pre-lab, and as you can see in the lab status now, so this is me, and as you can see now I have 67% here, so 4 of 6, so this is calculated out of how I answered the questions, and so this is just feedback from me. And I can also look like, okay, how were the others, so yeah, so I was better than this participant here. And here with this participant you can also see that his teammate did not finish, and here you can see like, okay, my teammates all finished, and yeah, so if you see your teammate did not finish, you can write him like, okay, it's time to prepare, because this block here is important because it blocks you from starting the practical part, because nothing's worse than unprepared teammates, because then you have to explain them everything and you cannot discuss about the really important things. So this is why we have this block here. So as I'm a team of 1 person only, I can directly start now, and that means I can go to the practical part now, and then in the practical part usually you have a story. So it's some cool goal you want to reach, and then you go here, and yeah, you just go through it, and then you have some explanations. like, okay, now do this and that, and then you try to do it, and then here you usually have some interesting questions, like, okay, so it didn't work, why didn't it work, or isn't it strange that this and that happened, give an explanation, and then you will write something here. And so this is also very important because this helps you formulating answers in English and getting to the point and writing about technical stuff. And so here you would usually explain like, ping did not reach PC3 because the default route was not set. Thus the echo request packet, blah blah blah. So you would write something and then you can press save. The good thing here is your teammate will see exactly the same answer. So there's also like a mechanism making sure that you only answer one question in the team at once. Look at the other video if you're interested in how it works. So this, if you're an instructor, this is some feature that I introduced because working in parallel is also not a good idea, because both teammates should support each other, and this feature is really helping with that. So then after each exercise, so normally these are lots of pages. So after that you get like a page where you have information, okay, please clean the room again, so that you leave it the way you want to find it again. And at the end of each lab you always have like a paste bin there you can save files and texts, so it's like a clipboard. And the request for feedback, because we always try to improve the exercises, and this is how you can improve the exercises. So by telling us, okay, what do you want to make better? Yeah, if you have like questions, like you see something and you think like, okay, so this is wrong, or I don't understand that, you can directly send an email from within the system here, and here it's already giving you the link to the element, and you can directly send me, for instance, an email here telling me, okay, I think the question could be formulated better or whatever, and then you can just send it to me, and then yeah, it's sent to me. Okay, so then when you think like, okay, we're done with the exercise, then you can close the lab. So let's have a look at the status again. So far it's open, and yeah, when you think you're done, then you go to the all questions, and then you can say close the lab, and as soon you did this, you see the status here as well, and you see like, okay, now it's closed, and that's the sign for the correctors that now they can start correcting. If you did this accidentally, you can also tell the tutors to reopen the lab for you the long it's in the schedule. So the demonstration lab is always scheduled, but suppose you worked on the border gateway protocol, for instance, now, then it would be open, and you're supposed to do it during this week, and so here you should usually be finished, and so if you're finished, close it, because then it can be corrected and you get the feedback sooner. And if you need more time, you have a week backup here, and the system will automatically close the exercise at midnight here. So when it will close, you can see here with the schedule, and I set it to 1 second ago before midnight, and so this is when the system will automatically close the exercises. Yeah, well, so what else could be interesting? So in the statistics, you can see your statistics, so you can see how you scored in the exercises, and you can get your credits, and yeah, you can send emails to others, as I've shown you here, and yeah, so basically this is all you have here, or these are the major functions. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I mean, I know from the students working with the system that they enjoy using it a lot, and so I think many courses can benefit from the system and from the things included here. And for you as an instructor, it's also interesting to look at the correction screencast, for instance, because there I show you like the feature of the correction and how it helps the whole exercise to scale, because we're currently handling 60 students and we have like 5 tutors, and so yeah, we would need them, because you can handle lots of students with not so many tutors, because correcting here is using cross correction, and it's really scaling with the students. And yeah, so, and now maybe another point. So when I designed the system, so first the problem was that we had a media break. So I had the instructions on text and the questions in here, and so this system really doesn't have that break. So you can go through here, you have the instructions, and you directly have the questions after that. And so the good thing for you as a student as well is that when you do the practical part, you're really done when you close this part, because the things getting corrected and giving you the points are the answers to those questions. And so the lab report is automatically generated within the exercise. And so when you go to the all questions, then you get all the answers you gave. And so usually it's about 30 answers, sometimes more, sometimes less. And so here then you see like what your report was. And yeah, so far what I think is interesting for users. And yeah, so enjoy using the system.